just never hesitated. And you get with the people you need to get with. You need to get this time. It doesn't even make sense to me. What you're talking about, Ntkg knows nothing with me.
Get your Susie flowing, those cocktails flowing. Welcome to all of the LGBTQIABCDEF and especially the G. From the 1, 2, 3, you are now in the place to be. AM is who I be, and Saturday that'll be me. Definitely we thought you were all about that. We promise, you ain't never heard it this way. We just hashtag what? Not that kind of day. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another fabulous episode of Not That Kind of Gay, where we are bringing it to you live, loud, and in charge. And let's not forget who's the boss.
And if you the boss, then I'm the board.
And what are you the board of?
All of the
because you ain't directing nothing.
All of the directing. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Have your Susies going.
I hope that you got your cocktails flowing, your Susies going.
It is time.
And it is time to
for
go
episode number 4.
And what season are we in?
Number 2.
Can you better say we book busy and working. Look at God. Mm-hmm.
So now, what are we talking about today, 7? This idea around this new concept called homonoarmativity. Mm-hmm. You might have heard of heteronormativity, but there is also something within our community that we do to kind of compartmentalize ourselves and make sure that we put people in categories and boxes and put them on these erroneous standards that make us feel better about ourselves. Right?
So, like, what are like some of the
terms, I guess.
What are some of the terms that
so it's these dichotomies that are set up. This fat versus skinny. This mass versus femme. This, all these things, that you see when you log onto these different websites. The Jats and the Grind.
Hold on now, is that Jat?
Yeah. Oh. And Adam for Adam, you'll see it all the time listed on all of the profiles.
Well, where's the website sugardaddy.com that's really credible and it's worth it? Because I'm going to sign up.
You need a sugar daddy? You need a sponsor?
Or something.
But yeah, we're going to talk about today how dating, how interacting with one another, how we have these prejudices and these preconceived notions that kind of keep us from really getting to know a person for who they are.
That's really true.
Right? So we set up these either ors for ourselves. We try and act more masculine in certain places while we may act more feminine at home. Why do we do that? We're really going to try and dissect this and get into it today in today's episode. So stay tuned, folks. We got something special planned for you.
Get into the what's in the news
hot topics
beats. Get these beats going, because this is a beat that I'm ready to drum to.
What you got up first for them?
I got Miss Keisha Cole and this old fella Nico. What is his name?
Nico
Kyle. And then they got the little baby. What's the little song?
Kale, like the spinach, like the vegetable.
Put in the blender.
Yum.
And then they have the son, which is his dad is Keisha Cole's ex-husband. What's the gentleman name?
Fish Fry Keisha. What basically, God, the story is as it goes. She's 37 and he is 13 years her senior.
No, she's 13 years
his senior. Yeah.
So as we know that
deep.
She just pushed out a beautiful baby boy on August the 1st, 2019.
She sure did.
Sources even say she landed herself a bomb TV deal with BET to get this baby.
It's gonna be called Keisha and Her Baby.
Keisha and Her Baby. Or Her Baby Daddy. I think I like that one.
Props to you, Keisha.
Shout out.
What's up next?
What's going on next?
Ooh, Cynthia. I'm so happy for Miss Cynthia Bailey.
See, I was trying to form my thoughts before I got to speaking about
Bailey
this.
of the Real Housewives of Atlanta is newly engaged, guys.
So Mark Hill.
Mark Hill.
Look.
He got down on one knee.
At her grand opening wine cellar in Atlanta that she just opened up. So shout out to you, Cynthia. You making boss moves. I see you, girl. She just opened up, like we said, the new wine cellar. So he got down on one knee. What made it so special is that he made sure that all three of the kids were there.
In the People magazine exclusive. You better know how to sell your moment.
I think this young lady here is, I think she just
His
turned
daughter.
19 yesterday or a couple days ago. This is Cynthia's daughter, Noelle. She's over at Howard University. Shout out to Howard University. She's doing her thing. And this is the other young lady. I'm not too sure what their names is, but yes, this is their whole little family, and they coming together down there like Bailey in Atlanta, Georgia.
Together down at the Bailey estate.
But as we know, Mike Hill lives over there in California.
I don't know how they're gonna make that work out.
Cynthia
but
lives in
props to
Atlanta.
them. She better not give up that estate. It's cute right there on Lake Lanier, I think. It's really nice.
Well, what I'm
really
going
nice.
to say is that was a nice centerpiece that you put up on that finger. So shout out to you, Mark
Shout
Hill.
out to you.
I ain't count nobody's
Mr.
dollars,
Mark
but you
Hill.
spent some dollars on that.
Spent some. What's
Okay.
up next?
Donald Trump.
Oh,
Damn fool. Donald, let me hold on.
I'm
Because
sick of talking about him every week.
Hold on, because last week I don't think that you went in enough on this jerk the way that he should have been winning on. Donald, you cannot walk around here and think you're gonna bully people.
But
That
he's been able to do and get away with.
That's the
that.
problem. And you know what? And I heard I read somebody say, oh, you bashing the president, you need to be more respectful. Don't send that in my email. I'm not listening to that because I don't like you, whoever said it. What was her name? I ain't gonna be that nasty.
idea.
And Donald Trump.
And or Donald Trump, exactly. Either of you, either.
Okay. I was pissed. But anyway, Donald Trump, you need to stop. You are bullying that man, Elijah Cummings.
Last week we talked about his tweets to Senator Elijah Cummings.
Right.
He retweeted again after the representative had the unfortunate happenstance of having a robbery in his home in Baltimore.
Right.
This idiot decides to tweet out really bad news. The Baltimore house of Elijah Cummings was robbed. Too bad. You know, as if to just taunt this man, even after all of the nasty tweets that you had sent him before about his city and his constituents. It's disgusting. So a number of people weighed in, including people in his own party. Nikki Haley, who you guys know was the vice president nominee a couple of years ago. She said, this is so unnecessary. Another person, Adam Kinzinger, said, this is so beneath the office you hold. It's childish and yet it's getting really old. I agree. It's terrible that this person is allowed to do this
And just get
day
away
in
with
and
it.
day out.
But let me tell you something. The good thing is, if you haven't been, you should be watching the presidential debate, which comes on CNN.
Please get informed,
and
guys.
you need to be
Please.
informed
Now is the
because
time.
we have some great candidates that may not be exactly what you like, but it's better than what we have.
It is completely
And
better.
it's one lady on it. I cannot think of her name. I'm so sorry.
Elizabeth Warren.
Nah, Elizabeth
Warren.
I love her, and it's the black lady. What's the black chick?
Kamala Harris.
Yes, they got my vote all day.
I'm really
All day.
in the school of thought that a woman should be our next president. I think there's some
Kamala.
sensibility that might come along with that person.
Kamala.
I'm open to the possibility.
To
I
both.
really and truly
Okay,
am.
right, okay.
I am.
Right.
Mia Farrow said, just emptiness where a human heart, decency, and compassion normally reside. I completely agree. I don't think he is anything but empty on the inside. Lastly, Ken Olin says, this isn't just beneath a president of the United States, it's beneath a sewer. I agree. He is trash all day long.
And all night.
Oh, he get on my nerves, y'all. I'm so sick of talking about him every week. He is not a fucking hot topic.
So hold on. The next beat is, and baby,
Ooh.
Amazon just got beat.
Y'all,
Okay.
we love some Amazon.
I do.
I love Amazon. I love when they show up at my
I like
door.
when they say you received a package from Amazon.
And I got an Alexa now. She tells me.
Oh, he
She
fancy.
tells me when the packages come. It's amazing.
Well, hold
Thank
on,
you,
y'all.
Amazon, for everything that you do. But I am so sorry that y'all are out $2 million.
$10 million. They are out $10 million. Money has been being embezzled within the last 6 years. The Amazon delivery drivers are taking the packages and going to pawn shops and getting money for them at the pawn shop. Then the pawn shop is sending the products back to Amazon and getting refunded. If that ain't a scheme, I bet. No, I ain't gonna say that. Ooh. Now, if that ain't crafty, okay? Amazon, I mean, them delivery drivers, y'all know y'all wrong. Y'all are going to jail. Damn. You are going to jail.
That's crazy, so I can't even believe.
I really hope that Amazon can get to the bottom of this, because that's probably why a couple of my packages have been missing.
I had a couple missing packages too. I'm glad they offer refunds though, because I'd be highly upset if these.
But see, I don't want to keep calling X for a refund. I want my damn product.
I want what I order.
Hello,
get some order.
It took me forever to, contemplate was I gonna actually buy it or not.
And I press send and everything, and you gonna not have it.
But hold on, do you ever order on Amazon and then you press send and then you go check your bank account?
And then you be like, oh, I should have done that.
Yeah.
But you be happy that it arrived.
Okay, so the next beat of this good day is
Miss Ntkg. That's y'all girl. I can't with her.
Ntkg Tanya Mirage Petty and her long time.
Wait, hold on. She got a new name?
Yeah,
She's Petty, all right. That's fitting. Fitting for her.
Let me tell you something, Nicki Minaj fans. You better stay away from here, because I don't want to hear that.
I don't care nothing about it.
I don't care nothing about what you gonna say, because I'm not here for it.
Yeah,
but anyway, Miss Ntkg Petty is named Miss
Nikki Petty. I love it.
You better say it. Miss Ntkg has now got herself involved with a young man that apparently was
that young either.
Well, yeah. He was apparently convicted of being a sex offender for children.
It's a whole lot of those going around her. You know, her brother is one as well. Because I'm not supposed to say that.
No, I'm listening.
Her brother is also a registered sex offender, so it's if you comfortable in his skin, while he's comfortable in his skin, then be in the skin you're in. And I don't have no judgments over here, but I'm just stating the facts. What else?
Well, Patty also served 4 years out of a 10-year sentence after pleading guilty to first-degree manslaughter in 2006.
So here's the deal about manslaughter.
Did that mean you did it, or that mean you was contemplating?
No, that means it happened. That means you killed somebody. First degree means it happened. Okay. It does, however, mean you did not wake up today thinking I'm going to kill this person.
Right. You may be knowledgeable. You gotta get with the people you need to get with.
I did. $50,000 a year education.
Hello.
So what else?
So as you guys know, Nicki Minaj fans, they ride with her, they be down for her, they gotta do what she wants them to. I mean, whatever.
But critics have something to say too.
The critics have
rightfully so.
Even the fans was like, no, we don't want you to do that. We're not rolling with that. And she sent out a tweet that said, "Laugh out loud, you guys will not run my life, or you guys can't run my life."
Ooh, she was on her Queen radio and said the same similar situation.
So the moral to the story is that Miss Patty said that she on her Patty Girl shit 2019, and she ain't checking for y'all. Leave her and her man alone. So anyway, I don't agree, but that ain't my business. But shout out to what's his name?
Ntkg and Mr.
Shout out to Mr. and Mrs. Patty.
I couldn't think of a better name to call the two of you. Next.
So next,
what's next?
So that
leads us into this week's Jackass. We got a couple of them, y'all. In all fairness, we don't want to make light of the situation and the lives that were lost, but the jackasses of this week are all of these terrorists who are terrorizing our country. Let's call it a spade a spade. Let's be straight shooters. Right. These are terrorists. And they are terrorizing our country. Let's start at the top. First off, before we even get into them and give them any kind of undue glory. Let's talk about this alarming statistic. Do you see all of these countries who are at 0 mass shootings in 2019? I mean, ultimately 0. America, and we are not through an entire year, has 249. That's disgusting, people. We have got to do better. So aside from that,
yeah,
when you describe these people, as I decided to do when we started this segment, I called them a terrorist because that's what they are. But more than likely, more often than not, when they're white, we say that they need to we need to ask ourselves, how are we as a society failing these poor, troubled young men? What kinds of movies and video games and music are we making that's allowing them to do this? It's disgusting because when they're Hispanic, we say, build a wall, keep them out.
Arab.
When they're Arabs, we say, ban the Muslims. When they're black, we say, well, Black Lives Matter are terrorists.
And this is the one again.
Or they're black people killing black people. But when they're white, we have this odd propensity to place them in this category of mental defense. It's disgusting, and it deserves a further conversation. The first incident happened this actually past Sunday morning,
August the 4th,
late
2019.
Saturday evening, I guess, August 4th in Dayton, Ohio. 9 people were killed. Nearly 24 more were injured.
It was a late night shooting rampage. So just imagine if you out with your friends and you having a good time, and then you gotta worry about a crazy motherfucker doing something to you. Take your ass back to where you live. We don't want you over here. We want to live in peace. And Donald Trump is promoting this.
It's disgusting. All these NRA people, this is the product of your license to carry. This is the product of it. It was less than a minute of carnage. Ended again with 9 people dead. And this was the end of a very brutal weekend. Just senseless and disgusting crime all across our nation. The mayor of Dayton, Ohio praised the first responders, saying time and again, I as mayor have been amazed by Dayton first responders. If Dayton police hadn't gotten to the shooter in less than a minute, hundreds of people could be dead. So the shooter is pronounced dead at the scene.
No, he's not dead.
No, this particular one is. Leads us to our next unfortunate event that happened in Mississippi.
At my favorite, my used to be favorite store, Amazon, that came and locked it up. What's the Target? Walmart.
Happened at a Walmart on July 30th.
In Mississippi.
One morning.
That's the country.
July 30th on that morning. 2 employees were killed. It's said that this disgruntled employee went inside the Walmart, killed one employee, walked outside the Walmart and killed another employee. All because he was under investigation for allegedly showing a knife to another employee.
They had to kill him out in the parking lot.
He had been suspended, pending that investigation. It's disgusting that these people, these white men, keep getting away with this shit. It's disgusting. The next incident happened at
the Garlic Festival.
I can't believe of
That's
all
sad.
innocent of events, like a garlic festival. And like Wendy said, this is something that my disgusting palate would have been at. I love me some garlic. And if I ever would have been in the Oakland area, I definitely could see me like picking up and being like, oh my God, let's go. Like I could have been there in another life. In a whole nother life, that could be. So I really felt the way when I heard that this happened. 19-year-old gunman, he was wearing tactical gear. Why would he even have access to that? But again, license to carry, we get it.
And then they killed a 6-year-old, a 13-year-old, and a 25-year-old, and 16 was wounded. Like you are just going around here being the jackass of the day.
You can't even go out and enjoy just a random festival someplace without worrying whether or not somebody's going to come and take your life over some disgruntled opinion that they had.
And you know what, maybe AM, we can reach out to them and see if we can put on a good show for them, a good little segment of dipping in and doing it with Not That Kind of Gay. Just to give them something, because we feel bad for you.
Prayers and thoughts are with all those people whose lives have been lost. It's really unfortunate.
So Walmart near the border.
near the border in Paso, Texas.
Walmart, y'all like getting y'all money, baby. Y'all are everywhere.
It happened in a pretty, I guess, condensed area. So I guess the guy really knew.
It was a popular shopping.
His targets were 20 were killed, dozens more wounded inside a Walmart. This place is considered the safest city in America. So it's crazy that something like this would even go down there. The gunman clearly had an idea of who his target was. He chose El Paso on purpose. He's from outside of Dallas, 250 miles away, which is where they found him and arrested him, so he's still alive. And
ain't that something?
Able to tell his story, but Eric Gardner.
Let me tell you something. If that was a black person, it would have been
Michael Brown. All these people are dead. They're like Sandra Bland. They are dead because the cops didn't know how to handle a black person.
That's just
disgusting. But this person was able to kill 20 people and live to see the light of day and tell his story.
Well, I don't want to get too deep into it, but I'm just going to say this.
He did leave a 4-page manifesto detailing his racist and white nationalist viewpoints. So again, this is just some bigotry that got to rear its ugly face again, and I don't want to even give it the time of day. That's why you don't see that we don't include any of their faces. They're not getting that time here. Mm-hmm. We'll mention the people who have lost their lives, and for that we are disgusted and moreover sorry. But we won't give them any light here.
So to bring it all together, AM is basically saying y'all are some bullshit and y'all need to leave these people alone and let them shop and live and have a good time and don't have to worry about you little motherfuckers. We have our first guest of the season, which is season 2, our big homie Stefan.
Yeah.
What's up? He's calling all the way in from Atlanta, Georgia, with the home of the Peaches. So you got
Emmy.
And then we're going to take this on down to our puff down, where we're going to be throwing a couple thises and that's at you to see what's your opinion. So we have our guest, as I stated, Stefan, and he's going to be kicking it with us this evening.
We hope you guys are ready. So on the topic, homonormativity.
What that word mean?
It, to put it in simplest forms, means you're saying not that kind of gay. I'm not that kind of gay, which is exactly why we picked the title. Okay. We are well aware that we're part of this issue, but that was on purpose. Bear with us. So what it means is, a white guy may be dismissing a black person in the club because while you respect black people, you might have 3 black friends, you don't want to date them. Or it means, taking, like I said, not that kind of gay is essentially what that means. But we are here to celebrate any queer identifying person and their allies, and we believe in a world free of boxes and erroneous standards, and that's why we have brought the guest here today to talk about this. We have probably all, in some aspects of our lives, probably categorized ourselves based on our preferences, based on what we like, based on our experiences. I'm not saying that it's all entirely bad, but it's not necessarily good, and we should do our part to educate people on why saying, and like we said in the last episode, saying the correct terms, identifying people by how they want to be identified is the way we want to go in the world.
Oh, that's what you're saying?
Mm-hmm. So, I know y'all seen it, all up on Jacked and Grindr, the no fats, no Fems, must be masked, even down to us, some of our standards, like, I've said it before, you gotta be educated, you gotta...
AM, can I say this? And also, Stefan, I wanna say this to you as well.
Okay.
We have to be very conscious of allowing ourselves to meet up with strangers, because I'm not too sure if you guys heard about that topic where they were meeting up off of the, as we quote, gay websites, and
being robbed.
And being robbed from their home, robbed of their money. It's just like, it's really bad.
I read about that.
So we definitely need to be conscious.
We can bring that full circle back to the topic because in those instances, I'm sure that those men were set up based off of their personality traits, whether or not they were income and their income.
Good one.
And
based on what you want,
based
you
on what you
provide.
exactly what can you provide in the moment that would make this okay, you know? So we have the no facts, no films. You got to be masked. You got some of the other more taboo things in the community, like drug users, the T heads, you know, with the capital T's and every other
in
word
the coat, in the G,
and the
Right.
G.
and the well, hold
And the
on,
Molly's, yeah.
and the Molly's,
and of course Susie's.
Our
Okay?
producer got Susie's on the list, but I don't think that's a drug.
I don't either.
That's something to cool my
film-
nerves. We popping off.
We film in the District of Columbia and it's legal.
Oh.
So this is not a drug.
But it's grown, isn't it?
It grows from the earth.
I grew right on back there behind the studio.
Exactly.
But you know, it calls into question these ideas that put us in these categories.
So what about the gym rats?
Right? More on that mass versus fem thing.
Right,
You
right.
gotta have a certain body type. You can't be fat. You can't be
They want you a certain kind of way.
certain
they want
way,
you to
certain
be
sex, certain,
Yeah.
or
The ballroom kids.
the ballroom kids, the family.
Leave it up to me, it would be the ballroom kids, it'd be the ballroom girls, because that's what them girls are. They lost, they
Listen.
confused, and they need help.
I disagree. Whatever floats your boat, let it float. I'm here, like, I'm grateful for shows like Pose that
I am
expose
too.
us to things like this.
That come on tonight,
Because
right?
it does.
No, that's
no,
not
it came out
tonight.
last night.
It comes on Tuesdays.
Last night. We come out on Wednesday. What that show does is allow the stereotypes that a lot of us have perpetuated in our ignorance. It allows us to get rid of those. It sheds light on this culture that I would not have known anything about. I out of my own fear, I guess. And I don't want to say I was scared to go. I just, you know, out of pretenses of trying to be more masked or appear to be less gay, I didn't include myself in that culture.
Oh.
I decided that walk wasn't for me. I felt like I already had a mother. You know, I got a father, got sisters and brothers, and you know, I got a damned enough time relating to them. I didn't decide that was something that I needed, but I do understand the need for some of our people in our community to want to create their own family structures and their own family situations because they might not have that same situation for their blood.
Yeah, I understand that, and I get that, and I somewhat agree. But what I will say is, my mother is at home. My father is at home. And not at the bar, being a lush, being a drunk, calling another man mommy. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing it. I don't agree.
So it's not for you.
You're right.
But it is for some people.
He's not that kind of gay.
He's not that kind of gay. See how we did that?
Boom.
You know, so some other parts of this homonormativity is that idea that you gotta be the educated versus non-educated, or the affluent versus the non-affluent, which is better. I know I've been guilty of it myself by...
Shout out to American University and the Art Institute of Washington. We are here.
I know I've done it to myself. I put myself in a place, in a position where I've decided I wasn't dealing with somebody because they couldn't meet me at a certain level or at a certain...
Oh, you started that?
I like to think most of us do that. They tell you that's what you're supposed to do. You know? But it's that kind of thinking that has us now being able to marry people that we want to marry, but then still has trans people having to use bathrooms opposite the way they actually think they believe they are. It's a double-edged sword. We have to all realize our privileges, and we have to check them at every door we enter, I believe. I believe that we would be doing our just due to check our own privilege when we can, as often as we can. What do you think, Stefan? So I'm asking your opinion on what you think, you know, about this whole idea. Like, do you think it's possible to identify your privilege and kind of check it every time you... Maybe are we asking too much? Are we too PC these days? Like, is it okay to joke about it?
You want what you want. You know what I'm saying? Everybody should not settle for something that they do not need or deserve for themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have the gym rats, like you said earlier. I don't go to the gym. I don't need nobody big on top of me. You know what I'm saying? I don't need all of that extra. You don't necessarily have to be smart, but you can't be dumb. You know, I just don't need you. If you're well educated, some people well educated are also stupid. Not a degree, but still ain't make no sense. I can't discriminate. I don't have the authority to judge, but I want what I want.
So typically, when we have these contrasting ideas, mass versus film, fat versus skinny, twink versus butch, you know, like it does more to hurt the community than it does to help.
Right.
We need this idea of homonormativity to kind of lose its power because it tears the community apart. It is the reason why we can explain why so many gay men feel like they have to be over masculine to compensate for whatever femininity they might have, you know, while we might choose to hang out a certain bar because we know they play sports there versus the one down the block that is the rainbow flags and blase, blase, blase.
They don't want to be so noticeable.
You know, while we pick to go as black men to that all-white bar, knowing that we're going to get a certain type of man. Or as a white man, going to a black bar, looking for a certain type of man.
They be looking for big black cocks though.
You know, and they fetishize ethnic people and make them feel like they have to live up to that standard. Like the only reason you're with me is because I got darker skin than you. I got melanin. The myth is that my penis is large, so yeah, it's tearing our community apart. Actually, I think, particularly.
Well, I was going to ask a question.
Go ahead, ask a question.
What is your preference?
As we are having these important conversations,
Correct.
I am allowing myself to just be open
And transparent. Understanding.
You know,
Particularly
when it comes to the trans community, like I want to be clear that I didn't start off as educated as I am today about it.
You learned a lot.
I've learned a lot along the way. I'm really, really happy that we started this journey because it's educated me in doing the research about them and their plight. What exactly I gotta do as a human being to make sure they are, okay in this world. So I find it funny that we enjoy certain rights as gay men, even as gay black men, that they still don't get. And I really want to figure out how we push that conversation further so that all of us are enjoying the rights.
Dr. AM, you are avoiding my question. What is your preference? Are you a top, bottom, verse? What do you like, top, bottoms, or verse? Look,
I'm verse.
You're verse?
Yeah.
Okay. Mr. Stefan, what is your preference?
Well, I'm a top.
Okay.
So,
strictly.
When I was little, when I was, coming up, I didn't want to be with somebody feminine because I didn't want them to try to bottom me.
Right.
But me being a top, I prefer anybody first.
Okay. That's interesting. So moving on to the next one.
We should include.
You thought you was about to ask me? Not.
You got us, and it's alright. We're living in our truth, like more people should do. This is exactly the example of homonormativity and in its effects and how it works. Have you sitting on a national syndicated program and still not be able to live in your truth?
Let me tell you something. I live in my truth every day I wake up.
I hope so. So what are you?
Climb my fat ass out the bed.
What are you? What do you climb on or get climbed on?
I like to be climbed on.
You fell on ass. And the truth ain't in it.
What?
It ain't in it. And you know what?
Well, you know it all. What do I like?
That's not my truth to tell.
Well, that's true.
I'm not.
You know what? I don't want you to climb on top of me. I ain't climbing on top of you. I'm more of a visual person. I'd rather sit back on the couch in the background and just watch you say bam, 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 bam.
Here we go.
That's my kind of party.
Sis, listen.
Sis. Now hold on, bitch. Hold on, bitch. Where is sis? Point me to sis. This ain't no no goddamn sense.
I'm bruh. Hey yo, what up? You know what I'm saying? You feel me? You heard me?
On the telephone,
Yeah.
Not on the telephone.
You know, when I have to call the bill companies, I'm a white woman named
Hello, what's her name?
Carla.
Oh, I'm whoever I want to say.
I need to talk to your supervisor.
Oh, okay. Cause you get me on the line.
You know,
I am
you
the
gotta get
supervisor.
results.
What you want?
You have to get results. If Becky can call the cops at the park, then why can't I call? You know,
You so stupid. Okay.
Listen, I think we've had such a good time with Stefan that we should keep him around for about last night.
Right. So Stefan, we're going to trip out last night.
Keeping you on the fly right now. You got to give us an account, a story of when you've encountered this, when you've endured this. Like you were telling us that typically back in the day, you wouldn't associate with people who were, you know, effeminate. Tell us about a time that happened to you.
Before you start, Stefan, let me go first.
Okay.
So, about last night.
Okay.
So you guys, I don't know if you can kind of see from in the video. I had a leg injury, so it's like I don't really like to walk far, but all to please this one, he had me down at our local bar establishment.
Watering hole.
The watering hole. And mind you, I parked the car at least a mile down the street. This one, so I'm gonna go in there and get you a chair and da-da-da-da-da. Get in there. Sweating bullets, because I'm like hot as hell. I had no business walking a mile on a crutch. That was just out of order and wrong. This one gets mad because I didn't want to come in there. You know, they are very...
So let's talk about this then. Let's break this down, because there's another homonormative concept coming about. My good friend has experienced some difficulties lately, and his leg is injured. It brings up a larger point on homonormativity in our community. Is there an issue with people who have disabilities?
Hold on, bitch.
Do we?
Hold on, bitch.
Hold on.
There is... Wait a minute.
I bring this up because... Not less about my friend, because what I wanted to do is encourage him.
Just because I got a handicap sticker in my car does not make me disabled.
I got you. What I said to him was, that course does not matter. It does not hinder you from having a good time, and nor should you feel infringed upon because you have a crutch. And he was like, well, what are these people going to think? I was like, fuck these people.
Wait, hold on, bitch.
Fuck these girls and these boys. Fuck them. Don't nobody care. Like, come, we going to have our drink. Watch the TV screens for a little bit.
And couldn't even finish my drink.
And we didn't even
I couldn't even finish it. It was wine. It was half of the cup was still in me. Because
he was so worried about who was staring at this.
No, I walked the whole mile to get in there.
But it brings me to a larger point and segues into my about last night, because I want to talk about our ideas around disabled people in our community and how we treat them. I got a story for y'all. So this one time, I had been talking to one of these gentlemen on this.
You have really tried
this
episode.
One of those sites. Back in the day, here in the district, actually. And it took this gentleman some time to convince me to come all the way to Southeast. I'm a Northwest bitch. And so I don't do Southeast all that often.
And we
look, some more of that homonormativity stuff.
I was going to say, and we apologize.
I know, I get it.
But we have our big bro stuff on the line, and when we get around here, it's a good time, and we let our hair
I'm working on me, okay?
Yeah.
So look, check it. He finally convinces me to come down. It's a long ass trip. I ain't got no car, y'all. So at this point, I'm on the metro. It's a long ass journey. I get down here finally. We chill, smoke, drink a little bit, vibe for like 2 to 3 hours. Like, vibe means nothing sexual has gone on. It's nothing sexual.
Alright, and that was a boring exchange.
No, we were really getting to know each other. He had told me already that he had had a leg injury previously and that he was still healing from it. He had been out of work for 9 months, so it was a pretty significant injury. So I was like, do you need more time? And I had kept saying that, like, I ain't trying to see you and you still healing. So what had happened was, I went down here to this gentleman. We enjoy each other's company, and finally it started to get, like, you know, it's about to go down. We proceed to the bedroom, where I proceed, I'm young at the time. I'm much younger. So I proceed to disrobe, take everything off. Like, okay, I'm ready. Let's go. And lay down flat on the bed, turn around, boom, that's it. I assume he's about to do the same and then I hear a loud clank on the floor. Think nothing of it. Maybe he knocked something off the drawer. You know, it's his house. You know, and he's got this injury. Maybe it was a crutch.
I cannot believe
you know.
So he's spilling the whole tea.
And then, you know, so I'm still laying there buck ass naked, and then I hear another. And I'm like, oh shit, you know this man, like, okay, I hope he ain't fail. Like, let me turn around and like, look. Do you know at this moment in time, like I pictured you had
I don't order AM.
At this moment in time, AM knew he had fucked up because this man gathered his two nubs and threw them on top of the bed, y'all. I kid you not. I kid you not. And at that moment, I had to make a decision. Like, are you going to be discriminatory against this man and what he has to offer because he doesn't have legs, or are you going to buckle up and see what this ride is giving?
Right. So what did you do?
What did I do?
Right. What did you do?
There's one thing I know about AM.
What you know?
She did it.
You buckled up and went for a ride.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well,
he did more so of the riding because he was missing a couple legs.
Well, we only did one position, but yeah, I did.
And what was that position?
I'm not getting into those details. Look, it happened. It went down.
What it was. Like it was. Who was on top?
Where were you?
In the room. Listen, it went down. It wasn't that bad. I live to tell another day. I think that's the point of my story today, guys, is that you will live through it. If you happen to reach somebody's house and they're a little bit chubbier than you expected, you will live. It's not the end of the world. If you get somewhere,
but some people don't get physically turned on if it's not what.
But why? Why are we programmed that way? What happened to us?
That's true.
What happened? In our parents' day, they weren't stuck on superficiality and stuff like that. It didn't stop there for them. It was.
Hey, since you did it, would you at this age now, at this year now, would you do it again? If it was brought to you, would you make another decision? Would you do it or would you not do it now?
No.
If I'm being honest with myself, even after our discussion today, I probably would not do it.
You are so particular.
I wouldn't, and that is prejudice of me. But I think that the learning moment from this is that recognizing it. I would attempt to explain to that person what my physicality brings and why I don't think I could arise to that situation.
Mm-hmm.
But I do also think that I'm open. Like I would, if enough pursuit was there, I would probably. I don't know. I really don't. It's hard. It's hard to stick to this script. It's hard. It's difficult.
So now we bring it to you, Stephon, and we know that you are married and you didn't go out last night. But if you can give us a little insight on what you did last night.
Oh, he's messy, y'all.
What you do last night?
Went to bed. He had to work today.
I ain't do.
It ain't no way I'm going to bed next to somebody with arms and legs that's attached and they don't got to detach, and I ain't giving them none of this Kit Kat.
You would have asked about Saturday night.
Well, boom.
You asked about last night, and last night was nothing but Saturday night.
What had happened was?
Tell me about it.
Well, you know, I went out. It was a little friend of ours' birthday. And then like 2, 3.
Shout out to him. Shout out to you, Jamal. Happy birthday.
Oh, it's Jamal's birthday.
Yeah.
It was on
Oh my
Happy
God.
birthday,
Happy birthday, Jamal. What's his Instagram? Give it to me real quick. So
I am Jamal Richards.
We'll put it along the bottom.
Yes.
But happy birthday.
Yes. Happy birthday to
Leo.
him. So after a while, I just came home and I just went in. You know, having in-house. You know what I'm saying? Means you can just get it when you want it.
That's the best. I miss it.
You know, you come in, what's up, boo?
This single shit is for 20s.
So just come home, take your pants down, and lay down on your back.
Drop
Assume the position.
You ain't into it.
Ooh, yeah, I like that. Well, as you can tell that we are all a bunch of freaks down here, not that kind of gay, but guess what, baby?
That's it.
We love it, and we know you love it too. You little fake ones is around here talking about, I ain't doing that, I'm doing it. AM is doing it. Stephon is doing it. Y'all better get with it.
Let your freak flag.
That's it.
Let your freak
What else you
flag.
gonna do? You get one life
Fly.
to live.
Fag.
Follow the guiding light. You can't be young and restless forever. You can't be bold and beautiful forever. So get your passions on, and that's it.
Well, this
That's
beauty ain't
all-
never gonna fade.
That's all of the soap operas I can remember to be poetic justice.
What's your advice?
I need advice from both of
Okay,
you.
what's
and
up?
This is being 100. Now, me being the top, yeah, I need to be 100. Me being the top, there's a lot that I won't do. Or
Which is difficult.
I don't want done to me.
Mm-hmm. You know that gets really
So
difficult.
how can I eliminate
Meet your partner in the
or
middle.
add
Compromise.
on to satisfy me?
You're gonna have to come up with a
I'm doing too
schedule.
much.
You're gonna have to come up with a schedule. You're gonna have to decide. Listen, every other Saturday, I'll let you play around back there.
Stephon said, ain't nobody going his back door.
I understand.
But you know
gotta-
what's so crazy? Because the reason why I ask, because he likes
I
to be
completely
a part of that.
understand.
You see what I'm saying? But
I get it.
But I'm stopping him from what he want to do.
And you don't want him to run off either.
Speaking of running off.
What I'm telling you is that he will be excited enough and look forward to that 1 or 2 days that you give him enough that might be enough. Especially if you guys have enough outside of that, you might have to give in.
So it can be 1 in the bedroom, 2 in the bedroom, 3 in the bedroom,
This is
4
also-
in the bedroom, 5 in the bedroom.
Awesome. This is-
However
this-
you come, baby. Let's
This
have
is
a good
also another
time.
possibility. However, if you guys are not into having other people in your bedroom, you're gonna have to come off of that just a little bit. I'm not saying that you gotta fully versatile yourself out. You don't have to do that, but I feel like maybe you could give him a coupon for a weekend in August,
I get it.
for New Year's Eve, or for a birthday room. You know, like you gotta
I
get.
think about it, but I always tell myself, like, Stephon, you can't
Get
do
creative with it so he knows and has an understanding of what you're giving him.
I'm always horny, so I would have used my coupons by
I
February.
get it, but then you know
that would
my
work for
height,
me.
I'm 6'2". He's like,
I understand. You gotta let all that stuff out. When you turn the lights,
somebody's short on my back.
when you turn the lights off, none of that stuff matters. And I'm finding in my age, as I've gotten older, I started off a certain way, but I have definitely grown and progressed to something completely different. And I don't get caught up in, you know, my height a certain way. Like, okay, then I still cannot do anybody who is over about 215 pounds. And that's out of my own personal preference.
I don't know
That's
why,
my own
'cause those are the best
homonormativity. Because
Them
I'm come
bands
from
be
that
popping.
past. But I'm willing to work within other means.
Well, I would say
You know?
280 is my max.
Ooh, Jesus.
But you gotta be
Yeah.
280. You gotta be 280 and fly than a motherfucker. I mean, when you come in a room, you better turn heads and stop this shit. Cause your big ass ain't coming around me stinking and looking a mess.
Oh,
And you think you about to have this dime piece on your hands, not this one.
All that sweat and
Hello?
I got time for that.
So
But,
that
you know,
was, yeah, I like that advice.
come up with your set of boundaries. Come up with your plan of action and what days you're going to allow him, what special occasions.
I like the coupon book.
Because it's like,
You know.
when things is being done, he wants to go a little lower, but I'm like, pick your head up.
Hey, hey.
Yes.
Okay.
Y'all, it's been real.
It has been real.
We gotta wrap this thing up.
Yes,
y'all.
we do.
Again, a good thanks to Stephon for coming out today. We appreciate
Yes,
it.
I'm always here when you need me. Always.
My cocktail has
It is
flowed.
awesome.
As city girls would say, it's flowing.
And I'm
out.
loving the background.
You like
This
it?
is amazing.
We
Yes.
stepping it up for season 2.
From the first episode up until today, the progression is awesome.
Well,
Oh,
It's
thank you.
awesome. I support.
It's a lot of sleepless nights
I
and
do
it's
too.
a lot of arguing. So catch this blooper because me cussing this bitch out because I'm sorry. AM.
Ooh.
I love AM, y'all. This is the
Yeah.
bestie from the Westie, and I love you, Stephon. And I
I
really
love you
appreciate you coming along on
unconditionally.
this journey, as I said to you before.
And I hope whenever we need you, you are there, which I don't
Always,
challenge at all.
always.
We are going to see.
My phone bill paid faithfully every month.
Okay. Well, I don't know about
are
mine being paid faithfully.
You're gonna see the three of us live, loud, in charge, and in person.
Yes, coming to
For
your city.
the Black Pride wrap up of the season. We're going to be in Atlanta.
Oh yeah,
in the city
I'm gonna be part of that.
near you. We're going to be there live on the street.
Yeah.
Meets. So if you are in Atlanta, and you will be in Atlanta during Pride, look out for us. Not That Kind of Gay will be there.
And I know Stefan is going to have me a crutch decorated with Not That Kind of Gay because I'm going to be shrill up.
Rainbowed out.
You know what? He might be rich enough. I didn't actually have your little go-kart. You're going to have a real chick.
No, if we get rich like that, I'm just buy me a whole new leg.
Oh.
You better say it.
All right now. Look at us getting lights on the
I'm going to buy me a whole new leg, a whole new body. I'm going to be right.
You guys, as usual, you can catch us on YouTube at Not That Kinda Gay. You can catch us on Snapchat, Instagram, and Twitter at Not That Kinda G1. You can also send us your dope questions, comments, concerns. You can send us all your lovely hate. And
y'all do anyway.
And anything else you have to say to our email account at notthatkindagay@gmail.com. You can also now find us in your head, in your audio, on all major podcasts, including Google, iHeartRadio, Anchor, Podbean, just to name a few.
Just busy.
We are out there ready.
We work.
We ready.
We ready.
Are you ready?
We ready.
You better get ready.
If you ain't ready, you need to get with the people you need to get with so you can get ready.
You better get better knowledge.
Okay.
Because we are coming, and that's it. Okay?
Alright, big bro, we appreciate it. We'll get back at you one day this week so we can catch up.
Y'all enjoy.
Thank you so much for your input. We appreciate it.
We love you.
We love you too. Mwah.
Hey, check.
Check. Is it on?
Is it on?
I think it is.
Can you hear it?
Bloop, bloop.
Is the red light on? Hey, niggas, I don't wanna talk. Hey, niggas ain't real when the shit really count. Hey, bitch, I don't got a cat. If you want beef, hey,
Free JT, real bitch fuck with me. I don't do shit for free, man. Y'all niggas gotta pay me. Put some respect on my team.
hey. I keep it realer than real. Fuck all the critics and fuck how they feel. I'm getting money, it is what it is. They wanna know how I did what I did. Don't worry about how I do what I do. Cause I ain't worried about you, bitch. No, I don't wanna be cool, bitch. Still hanging with the same crew, bitch. Hey! Y'all facing bitch don't do it. Minimum. Killing them. Cause I'm feeling them.
Hey! I know these bitches want the recipe to Not That Kinda Gay, but they ain't gonna get that shit.
They ain't getting it.
It's our shit.
It's it. That's it.
I know these niggas love the way I'm rocking shit.
Hey, these hoes who to play with. Gay shit.
They let us talk that hot lane
Hey,
shit.
bitch. Don't. Hey. Come on. Hey.
Oh! In the section with the bands, bring your girls over here.
I keep it realer than real.
Oh! Fuck them critics and how they feel.
Did what I did. Don't worry about how I do what I do. Cause I ain't worried about you, bitch. 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 You put yourself on mute.
No, I put y'all. Somebody
And that's where he had you fucked up at.
No, you did it.
Well, let me just do it this way. How about you go over there and sit down and I'll run the show by myself?
Oh! I was wondering when this was gonna come out.
He was ready to say that.
Bitch, bye.
Here and there and there
And everywhere and
A
everywhere.
little bit of this and a little bit of this.
So, in the news, there's a couple beats that need to be dropped. And the first beat is Miss Keisha Cole.
Ooh, Miss Fish Fry play her stuff.
Oh! Major Cooper.
Yeah.
Oh.
But you know, I ain't mad at her.
Meaning,
Because the young ones know how to keep up. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
But anyway, as you
Keisha
know,
Cole is 37. How old is he?
he's 24.
What's his name?
His name is Nico Kyle.
Okay.
And he's an R&B singer.
You heard him before?
I heard him.
Nope.
What
He sound like Jacquees.
Ooh.
Ew. Don't you ever have that reaction again.
You know how I used to feel about
Oh,
Somebody. What was the name of the song? Somebody.
I don't care. Somebody else's song. Anyway.
You doing a pop with her?
I got something for you. Watch. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So get into it. We hope you have your Suzies going. We hope you have your cocktails
Flowing. Because we are lit.
lit. Join us, guys. Tune in.
And there we go. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another fabulous episode of Not That Kind of Gay, where we are bringing it to you live, loud, and in charge. And let's not forget who's the boss, Seven himself. What's up, AM? How you doing this good day?
We gotta set this ball stuff out.
How do I know? Looking like a superstar. What?
Here, cooperate.
This nigga look like the gay Nino Brown from motherfucking New Jack City and shit.
Fuck you, bitch. Fuck.
We got the motherfucking chain on and shit.
I look
Oh,
good.
is that our producer talking like that?
Hey.
I got everybody on board today. Today is a good Sunday because these folks was fired, man.
Everybody was working today. Working, here.
And I
Stay working.
got my producer on the line. She ready to fire me, but she knows she can't let me go because I'm the shop. Okay.
You a show, all right.
Inside of a show.
Hey, none of us brought tickets to this show either.
Oh, well, bitch. Yes, you did because you come down here all the time. Yes. My girlfriend know where the show is at.
Whatever.
Okay.
All right, let's get this thing started. We ready? We ready?
We ready?
I'm waiting.
Okay.
Wait a second.
This gonna be some amazing blooper. We gonna have like 12 minutes of this shit.
Okay.
Whenever you're ready. All right, Megan, go on you.
I'm trying to get forward to this.
You don't like that, huh?
5, 4, 3.
Now unless I'm getting dick down.
Oh, that should have been 180.
It was. Damn.
Yeah. Vic Kim,
Why would you
bitch,
welcome-
why would you turn that
Because
off?
why I didn't turn it off? It's still recording. But why would you welcome the show again? And we all the way in the puppet.
No, because we gonna start over. I didn't like your intro.
That's fine, but you don't have to welcome the show again, bitch. This is the next segment.
So go back.
Thank you.
Sit your ass down.
Disgusting.
Don't have me come down there.
How you feel? Dreams, fuck with Kel, J Bone, what's the deal? In the section with them bands, bring them guns over here. I keep it realer than